Today I'm going to teach you how to make my mom's absolutely fabulous banana pumpkin nut bread in honor of the fact that it's almost Halloween. So, the first thing I had to do was make sure I had everything I needed. I have all of my ingredients, I have all of my tools, my pan. The next thing I did was get my oven started. It started at 350. I greased down both my pans, and I prepped all of my dry mixture because I knew that I needed these. It was going to take a little while to get it ready. So, in this mixture, we've got 2 1/4 cups of flour, we've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. It's got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, the nice thing about this mixture is that with the ginger and the cinnamon in here, you can kind of tell when everything got really evenly blended because the color mixes and it changes just a little bit with all those other white powders. So over here, we're going to do the wet mixture. I already started by getting 1 cup of the pumpkin in here. The next thing I need to add is 1 medium banana, and you want one that's kind of ripe, okay? It's got to be soft. You got to peel it, and we're going to take the blender, so we'll mix it in there real good. But the softer it is, the better, and it works for the flavor too. It's not quite the same when you use the green ones. Then I need to have 1 cup of brown sugar. I've already got that measured out. And I've got a 1/2 cup of my vegetable oil, and I left my measuring cup right over here. Okay. So, as I said, this is the wet mixture. And there isn't really any specific time you need to worry about blending it for. You just got to make sure that once you blend it, it's nice and even. Because the hardtack brown sugar needs to get working. That'll be a little chunky, and the banana's a little chunky, so you know when you're done. My mom is very specific. You only add 1 egg at a time. I don't know exactly why, but I do know that there's a guy out there who is both a chemist and a cook. He's French, and one of his life passions is figuring out why it takes things like 1 egg at a time instead of 2 eggs at the same time. After he made a mess out of the souffle one day, he went to go to work in his lab. Okay, that's 1 good egg all the way in there. And let's go with the 2nd egg. There we go. Also, you always want to be careful. You want to not get eggshells in your bread. Most people don't like that very much. Unless you like surprises about it. Now that I got the eggs and all the other wet stuff in here, the next thing you need to do is bring over that dry mixture that I already got prepped and got started. And we got to beat that in. So I'm going to move this over. I'm going to add about 1/2 of this, try and get it evenly blended, and then I'll come back and add the other 1/2 after that. You need to be careful, you don't want to make a mess, so you want to try and keep it tilted so that when it sprays, it's ending up on the sides of the bowl. And I think right now, I'm going to take a quick break and get the rest of this blended. So, after getting everything nice and evenly blended, I added the 1 cup of chopped walnuts. I mixed that in, but you don't want to use the blender on that. That'll get it a little, Then I take it and I put it in the oven. The oven's already ready, and I'm going to cook it. I'm going to set my timer for 50 minutes. I'm going to check it after 50 minutes. It says it should take anywhere from 50 minutes to an hour, so we'll see you when it's all done. So, when it's all done and your timer's going off, you want to come on over and bring it out. You're going to grab a fresh toothpick, and you're going to stick it in. And if the toothpick comes out clean, then you know your bread's all done. Now we're going to leave it out here, and it'll cool for about 5 minutes. When it's all done, you're going to take it out, and you're ready to go. Butter it up, and it's delicious. Thank you for being with me while I show you how to make my mom's fabulous banana pumpkin nut.